All right, welcome to the second game of the evening. Up this time is Boulder Dash Deluxe, the retro game and legendary action puzzler for players young and more experienced alike has arrived, combining up-to-date graphics with the original game features. Spanning 35 plus years of Rockford and his friends digging through caves to collect gems. Boulder Dash Deluxe, created by two Canadian programmers in 1984. Boulder Dash has become one of the longest running video game franchises. The original Boulder Dash is a pioneering interactive game dating all the way back to the early times of the home computer and video game era. Its many sequels have delighted and challenged casual and hardcore players of all ages and sexes for over nearly 40 decades. 4 decades. 40 years.
Man,
Boulder
this
Dash
game's 400 years old.
I mean, in video game terms, yes. Anyway, Boulder Dash Deluxe takes you, together with the game character called Rockford, into a myriad of new and exciting challenges. Dig through spectacular caves with 3D elements, avoid falling boulders, collect valuable gems, and avoid nefarious enemies along the way. Discover treasure chests with rare collectibles and strong power-ups. Boulder Dash Deluxe includes 180 new and exciting and unique levels. Plus, dig through 9 brand new worlds with high-end graphics and their own textures. Dive into the classic 1984 world with its caves, or enjoy the Lypaea world, a set containing 20 of the most mind-bending levels designed by the creator of the original 1984 Boulder Dash version and video game legend, Peter Lapia. And if that's not enough, you'll be challenged by 15 new special opponents, ranging from Octopus to Snow Tiger. Boulder Dash Deluxe truly is the pinnacle in the 35 plus years of Boulder Dash. So yeah, Boulder Dash is
the flavor text seems very excited.
As is the marketing materials.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You know, well, they are very proudly proclaiming that this is the ultimate edition of Boulder Dash Deluxe, which is a very specific claim to make.
So from the start, their claim is that this is not Dig Dug.
I'm like, no. Can
you push the boulders on top of the spider thingies?
You can if you don't do a stupid like I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I did play this back in the day. Like I don't remember which grade it was, but sometime in elementary school, the school computer had Boulder Dash like on it or on a diskette. I definitely remember playing this in school sometime. And yeah,
I'm not a fan of the light show when you die.
Oh, I'm not either.
Yeah. But yeah. So this copy was given to Petty Fan to play, and so take it away. How is the Ultimate Edition of Boulder Dash Deluxe?
Seeing how I didn't grow up with it, it's a game.
Do you have alternate choices of player character?
Yes, you do. I'm using a retro skin.
I mean, saying I grew up with this game is a bit,
Yes, Adam,
much.
We know you're old.
Don't make me karate chop you.
Just don't throw your back out doing it.
Like, okay, I'll get a metal object.
But yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of this. Like, I guess they're intentionally trying to use the slow and clunky, movement that it would have had back in ye olden times.
Oh, yeah. Like, keep in mind, this was a game designed for computers of the 80s. You're not getting smooth scrolling out of that.
You're lucky that you get scrolling, homie. Something like that.
Oh, God, yeah. Like, I mean, that's kind of one of the things that made the NES a technological marvel of its day. Well, that's weird to say, but no, seriously, scrolling was a huge conundrum on the PC until John Carmack figured it out in like 1990. You know, so yeah, what you're seeing on screen here, graphics and flashy effects aside, all this scrolling, you would have gotten it, but you wouldn't have gotten it this smooth. Like, to say the least. But and yeah, Boulder Dash is a very simple game. Yeah, it, probably inspired by Dig Dug, but I've also been inspired by a game called Digger, if I'm remembering that title correctly, which was like a PC game in 1983.
I'm not going to claim which one specifically. Just it was inspired by a game that also involves digging.
Yeah, but the weird thing is this isn't an arcade game, even though it initially has arcade game sensibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see the original in action, you'll know why it was developed. It was designed around the computers of the day. And yeah, this definitely looks like an updated version of that.
Yep. It has 3-star type scoring system, so as you would have on mobile nowadays.
And I see it's got like horrible mobile avatars.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, part of me wants to say sprite work, but I know that's wrong.
I think these are 3D rendered elements. I don't want to say like they were pre-rendered, but oof.
They were some kind of rendered.
Yeah. I know. It's like I should note that we are doing an interview about the game in November. So we will learn more about the creation process in a few months. Just keep in mind when it comes to reviewing games and featuring games, things don't always line up.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Well, it's more how the schedule works.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything more that you wish to postulate on the Boulder Dash Deluxe here?
The music is what you would expect. Very chiptune-y. This game does have power-ups. You can like freeze time. You can activate a multiplier. There is a kind of like map planning thing that you can go into. That's also a power-up. And dynamite. So like if you get trapped by a boulder or something, you can use that. Luckily, it does not hurt you, so it's not like Bomberman, thankfully.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the boulders here have more versatility than they did in the old games. Like, it was a lot simpler and more direct. Like, if you were under a boulder, you had to get away from there was no rolling like you see here in the new version. Yeah. Which is once again a limitation of the age.
Indeed.
And let me see. So the game clocks in at $14.99.
Oof. Is that just PC or?
It's all the versions. I mean, I suppose this is all relative. Because once again, this game once retailed for a lot more.
But another back in the olden days.
Right. Like you could expect to pay, I don't know, whatever you paid for floppy disks. Like I know what fucking cartridge prices because
Yeah.
but it's still like we're talking $30-$40, and we're talking 1980s money. So, anyway, is Boulder Dash Deluxe worth it at $14.99?
It depends how much you want a nostalgia fix.
Mm.
Like, I've seen games like similar gameplay style on stuff like Neopets for free, so
I think that is another advancement of the age, let's say. Something this simple in terms of gameplay could be done as a mini game. Like, we've certainly featured many a game that would qualify as that on this program.
yeah.
So, anything else to say on Boulder Dash Deluxe?
It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. That's what I remember from back in the day.
Also, this version has multiple worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You can start in the ocean, then you go to a beach, jungle ruins, some forest, and yada yada yada. And there's also classic layout if you like the OG. So
Pixely version.
So, any other questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Alrighty then.
So, yeah, that'll about do it for Boulder Dash Deluxe here. Be sure to tune in after the break as the Galax will be reviewing Samurai Wish.